Saturday afternoon broadcast. With Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, this is Kevin Hart. So Golden State will get the first possession. All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready. Green of the forward set. And it's Bogut in at the center, walking down the middle. The Warriors shooting their first free throw of the game here.
And last season, 77% from the line.
Just last season, free throw shooting.
One shot. One shot.
And guys, Steph Curry, the rare point guard who's almost as effective playing off the ball as he is on it. And the Warriors have really emphasized that as he's evolved as a player, bringing in a lot of playmakers who can set him up coming off screens.
Now here's Curry. On the wing, Green. And he gets it to go. Green's got his first basket of the night.
Excellent feed from Steph Curry.
Golden State on D. It's a three-point game. And speaking of Curry playing off the ball in the pass, Clark would see him guarding shooting guards defensively. Some said trying to hide him against lesser offensive play.
Well, I think guarding two guards gave him a chance maybe to save some energy for the offensive end. But recently, Steve Kerr has had him on point guards more. You want your best players taking the challenge at both ends of the court.
Thompson misses.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted. And really, I like the movement and communication there.
Here's Curry following the basket by Julius Randle. And the wide open shot from Green. Offline with his three.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Randle, Draymond Green pulls it in.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
And it's sent back by Bogut. And so the ball out of bounds. Bogut touched it last.
Yeah, that's pretty old. Did you guys see that?
Here's Russell.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
And Thompson kicks to Green. Back to Thompson. Kobe with the steal. Here's Russell. Rebounded by Bogut.
Oh, my goodness. That's like temporary insanity right there.
Do you think he realizes we've actually got a game, a serious game taking place here? I have my doubts, partner.
Oh, and here we go. Kobe's got it with a fast break chance. No good on his first attempt of the game. The Warriors have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Lakers trail by 3. 2 straight seasons of no playoffs for the Lakers after last year's miss. Not what they were hoping for.
It's going to be a growing process, Kevin. I mean, they had a young team and an injured superstar in Kobe both years. Hard to make the playoffs in that situation. Outstanding.
One thing, I also really hate the Lakers. I said it was my really favorite.
Perimeter defense there. That was a well-contested shot.
Yeah, and you know he takes a lot of pride in his defense. There are no easy threes if he's on it.
And Kobe Bryant gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Some of Harrison Barnes' teammates have referred to him as the senator because of the way he carries himself. And, you know, a very level-headed, dignified young man. And just he has an air about it.
And Harrison Barnes at times has been criticized in the past for not being more Clark assertive on the court.
Well, you know, him to Kobe Bryant back then, but HB can't get caught up in that. He's got to be true to himself. You know what I tell guys? Do you.
Yeah.
Do you.
And the free throw no good, but they'll get the ball back here.
Boy, I tell you, the Warriors did something that no other team had ever done before. They ended the regular season ranked first in field goal percentage and field goal percentage defense. Essentially, they were the best offensive and defensive team in the league. Remarkable.
And so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here. And Los Angeles with some changes. Robert Sacre, he's checked in for Hibbert. Bass comes in for Julius Randle. And it's Williams in for Jordan Clarkson. Spates checked in for the Warriors. Iguodala comes in for Harrison Barnes.
Okay, now I like all kinds of stuff here.
Just 2 to shoot. Russell. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. Last season for the Warriors really dominated from beginning to end to lead the league in Greg, both offensive and defensive efficiency.
And Kevin, a lot of people knew the Warriors were good at offense. I mean, but they've been equally as good defensively over the past few seasons. Kind of flying under the radar for whatever reason. Not the case going forward. You remember Klay Thompson's father, Michael Thompson, a former #1 pick out of Minnesota. Growing up, he was the smallest of his brothers and thereby took his lumps when they played hoops. But he said that challenge helped him to develop into the player he is today.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. And Klay Thompson, born into an athletic family. His father, the former #1 overall pick in the NBA draft, and Clark, his mom, was a Division I volleyball player.
And you know, Thompson, despite those genes, was not a highly recruited player out of high school. Grew up in UCLA's backyard, but ended up playing college ball at Washington State.
Making a change here. Young's checked in. Golden State also making some changes. Azili's checked in for Draymond Green. Barbosa comes in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry.
Oh, that's more like no.
Now, here is Young. Nobody near Williams. And again, no good by the Lakers.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
You know, it always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass.
Barbosa's shot is off.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
They get the rebound, and a nice shot by Bryant.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, well, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Lakers trail by 8. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense.
Lakers.
For Los Angeles, they have shot just one free throw, missing that one earlier.
And team stats last season, 74% shooting, so some numbers that they can definitely improve upon.
And I know the free throw shooting is an area they focused on improving coming into this season.
And last season, the Lakers finished last in the Pacific Division once again. Second year in a row, they ended up at the bottom of the barrel.
There's a minute 34 left in the first quarter of the game. And it's set back by Spates. Not wasting any time in taking the shot and knocking it down. Spates has got his first basket. Lakers trail by 9. And the Lakers were at the bottom once again in the Pacific Division, Clark. But, you know, these two seasons we've just seen, the last time they finished last in the Pacific was 1975.
Well, they had a 2-14 record against the rest of the Pacific. And we also know, though, the Lakers don't stay down very long. They'll be back on top before long.
Now here is Barbosa, following the miss by Lewis Williams. And that's good. Leandro Barbosa for three.
You know, its team's rebounding is one of the great measures of its energy, and theirs has been terrific in the first quarter.
Yeah, they've brought it in terms of having another level of intensity right from the tip. And how about that, responding to the three-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
Terrific little tay-to-tay going on right now. Back and forth. Here we go.
Outside, Kobe goes up on the wing. The offensive rebound. Got a hand on it. And now running up the court, Barbosa pushing it up. Nice D by Kobe.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
That was not me. That was not me at all. Look at that. I should be the one who got
This is his first free throw of the game.
And I like what he did at the line a season ago. How about 81%?
Yeah, that's a great asset to have, guys, for any team. Coming down the stretch in close games, you got a guy who's confident and very good at the line. When he steps up there, you feel good about it.
So he gets them both.
It's more that one now. It's being on two, and we're still fighting.
Here's
the
Azili.
Vietnam, Germany.
And the Warriors miss again.
And just because you can make it from outside doesn't mean you need to live there.
Not that far out anyway, Greg. I mean, you
You
can
see
look
that?
for a better shot than that.
And that does it for the first quarter. The Warriors on top. They're up by 7. And Steph Curry, a player within the gym range, he told us about his comfort stretching the floor.
Anywhere 5-6 feet outside that three-point line, if I have a dribble, if I catch and shoot, if I have a good look, I think Coach will allow me to take that shot. And it's tough to guard, especially when you see a couple go in. That basket gets a lot bigger.
I was going to say, Greg, how big must that hoop look to Steph Curry? And tough to guard might be the understatement of the day.
I mean, he is just an insanely great shooter. I mean, arguably, I don't think there's an argument. He's the best shooter in the world. The argument is whether or not he's the best shooter ever. And listen, I can imagine there's very few times that Coach Curry is not going to allow this splash brother to let her rip.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game stats-wise?
They've won the effort battle, and that's allowed them to control the backboard.
And it's been gang rebounding. I mean, everybody has done a great job boxing out for him, and it's showing up on the stat sheet.
And Golden State looking at who they've got. Green at the 4 with Bogut at the 5. Thompson is the 2 with Barnes at the 3. And it's Curry in at the point guard position. Good defensive work there by Young.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And we've played through the first minute here in the second. For so long, there has been this mindset that Golden State wins through offense, but their defense, you know, Gia, you were talking about this, is where the true strength of this team lies.
Yeah, I think that's what's really allowed them to separate when you look at the rest of the league. I mean, they led the league in opponents' field goal percentage last season, and some nights the shots weren't falling, but the defense always showed up. It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
If you give him an inch of space, he's going to make you pay.
Curry kicks to Thompson. Goes up from the top of the key, and that's going to be a travel.
Well, that's not been a typical possession for them in this first half. You know, for the most part, they've been pretty smart with the ball.
Lakers trail by 5.
That shot.
And here's Clarkson. And that one goes long.
Yes, that's how you clutch it. I just clutched it. Clutched it.
Young against Green. Here's Barnes. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
I like to call that stick-to-itiveness, Greg. Getting everything he possibly could out of that play. Nicely done.
Good call.
A nice bounce back year for Harrison Barnes, Clark, in year 3. Moved into the starting lineup last year and really responded.
Yeah, he did. I think he benefited from the new system. He was miscast as an isolation scorer, but when he can spot up for threes and catch the ball on the move, that's his game.
It's deflected. Young with the steal. Only one man back on D. Here's Russell. Finished off the break. Now just a 4-point Warrior lead.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Harrison Barnes, very athletic. He certainly passes the eye test. And with his size, he can punish smaller wings and create mismatches. And then also he can play some small ball power forward at times as well with the way they like to space the floor.
And it comes off the front of the rim.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this
And I didn't
They
notice.
get the rebound.
And I,
And Thompson sends it back. And he's able to get it back. Hibbert gets the bucket.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Not a lot you can do as a defense when they keep getting the ball in the paint like this. And you talk about Harrison Barnes overall. He had a nice uptick in his rebounding last year, and that was a goal of his. He wanted to get his activity level up. And oftentimes the difference between being good and great is just making those small incremental improvements in different facets of your game.
It's stolen by Randall. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty.
Okay. Since the Warriors side is so terrible. Our team, we missed We missed 16 shots. They missed. They missed.
Strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Brandon Bass is checked in for Randall. Bryant comes in for Nick Young. And Lewis Williams subbed in for Jordan Clarkson. Tipped away. To halt the run, Livingston no luck.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
Here's Bass. Kept alive. Hibbert. And the rejection by City. And so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here. Sacre is checked in for Roy Hibbert. Here's Sacre. The shot, no good. The Warriors go the other way with it. It's a 2-point differential.
Well, with the season the Warriors put together, they came out way ahead of everybody else in the West. I mean, given how tough the West was last year, That makes their 67-win season all the more impressive. One of the best in history in my mind.
And Los Angeles guys shooting 41% from the field here in the second. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And, you know, for Brandon Bass, such a big asset to Boston last year in their push to make the playoffs, especially after the Celtics had traded away several key veterans. His toughness, his strong mid-range game, that all helped.
And going back to Brandon Bass, he was Boston's only enforcer down low once Sullinger went out with a broken foot. At that point, Greg, no one thought the Celtics would make the playoffs, but Bass helped push them in.
And last season, one of the most meaningful in Bass's career.